Do we have any more clarity on the circumstances that led to this crash? Obviously, a lot of these investigations take some time, but in the meantime, we are seeing Chinese authorities taking action.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, there are circumstances that led to the crash or are, aligned with this crash, not necessarily the cause. And that's what the authorities are saying. It's way too early to say what is the cause. And I am here in north of Seattle, in the heart of Boeing country. I have made my phone calls to some sources, talking to them how the 737-800NG, which is Boeing's most successful range of aircraft, the 737, if you strip out, of course, the separate troubles from the MAX of late. People are puzzled how this could happen. And some of the data that we're getting, and Bloomberg News is reporting based on Flight Radar 24 data, showing that in this fatal dive in this aircraft, traveled at close to the speed of sound in moments before crashing into that hillside. And that data shows the plane was traveling at more than 640 miles per hour. That's 966 kilometers an hour. And at times may have even exceeded 700 miles per hour. Now, at 35,000 feet, the speed of sound is about 663 miles per hour. So at points, it potentially did exceed the speed of sound. And the sources that I've spoken to say it's incredibly difficult to put a fully intact airplane like the 737 into a complete vertical dive if it's fully intact. So these questions remain, obviously, and what happens is when the airplane is traveling at that speed, crashing into the ground, it obliterates everything, including potentially the flight and voice data recorders, the so-called black boxes, which are actually, of course, orange, and those have not yet been found. And that will be critical, of course, to determining what exactly caused this mystery crash. But you're right, the Civil Aviation Administration of China has ordered a 2-week extensive, comprehensive review of safety practices. We're hearing they're also changing the age requirements and the senior level of the pilots and captains, the co-pilots, and even those in the jump seat as a result of this, the crash. And we'll just have to see. Thousands of flights were canceled across China on Tuesday. I think 74% of flights, domestic flights, were canceled. We'll have to see going forward if this investigation shines any more light.